welcome to another interesting section on Home Truth Nigeria. It's been a while I recorded because I had to travel urgently. Anyways, there is a video. Today I want to talk on signs you are with a time waster. Now, a lot of you would ask who or what do I mean by uh, a time waster. Now, a time waster is someone who pretends to be in a serious relationship with you, but in reality has no serious intentions towards you. And the truth of the matter is that a lot of you are dating guys who are time wasters. So today, I want to try as much as possible to expose them, and perhaps you may find out one or two information to know if you're with a time waster. So let's go there. The first thing you know about a time waster is he is comfortable but no commitment. So if you're dating a Nigerian man who is very comfortable, or comfortable, when I mean comfortable, I mean he has a job, he earns some money, or at least he can take care of himself and take care of a relationship, as the case may be, and yet this individual doesn't want any kind of commitment. He's basically scared of committing himself, or basically defining the relationship, or actually telling you where the relationship is heading to. Then you are with a time waster. And even sometimes when you try to ask about the status of the relationship, or you try to find out what does he think you guys are, because there are no indications to show that the relationship is defined. There's nothing on Facebook, there's nothing on any of his social media platform that you guys are dating. And even when you try to inquire, he tries to dribble you, tell you stories. And one thing you notice is this: he tries to kind of like engage you in things, on things that would make you forget the actual question. They may, for instance, start something very romantic, that would suggest to you like, okay, well, uh, he may not have said anything to me, but I mean, he's been romantic, so perhaps he really loves me. And they use this, to confuse you. At the end of the day, your relationship with this guy is still not defined because he doesn't want commitment. So this is one typical example of who a time waster is. Another thing you know about time wasters is the family introduction. Now, I've told you a lot of times, that if you're dating a Nigerian man, there is a stage where he would want you to meet his family. And this is what they call the family introduction. Now, I'm not, talking about, what this Yahoo or online scammer guys they do, whereby they're like, oh, yeah, it's my sister, speak to her, my mom. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about actual family introduction that requires you to at least meet the family genuinely. One thing that is very important when you were in a relationship with a Nigerian man, one sign that shows that, okay, your relationship is, gathering gear, it's on a full momentum, it's heading towards the right direction, is to be introduced to the family. Now, one of the reasons your partner takes you to the family, I've told you in some of my videos, is to, also seek family validation, to present you to the family as the lady he wants to be with, so that the family members can meet you, familiarize themselves with you. That is very important for us. And so when this introduction is made, it gives you this feeling that, okay, this family wants you to be a part of them. But if you are dating a Nigerian guy and he you know doesn't want to introduce you to his family, or even when he allows you to be around his family, he doesn't even try to say anything serious about you. He would just like, look at my friends or look at my family members. He doesn't say, this is for instance, Ella, she's my fiance, or the lady I want to be with, or the lady I've been talking about. You don't get any of this coming from his friends and families. They don't see you like that special person. It is very important to know that it is a problem. It is a problem. So a lot of ladies have dated guys that even they don't know their family members. In fact, some are married to Nigerian men that they don't know the family members, and it's very, very untypical in the African and the Nigerian culture. Another point you need to know is the breakup and makeup. So, one thing you would use, to know a very good time waster is the frequent times or the amount of times, you guys have broken up in the relationship. Like sometimes you will notice that each year you guys break up. And within this period you break up, you don't speak for like months and weeks. you know when you break up, you just don't speak for months to weeks. And now when you have accepted reality and you're trying to put yourself together, to fix your life, the next thing, it starts calling or contacting you with a different attitude, or sales pitch. Now because you love him and he knows you love him so much, you would give him another chance because you feel like, okay, he's coming as a changed person, with a different energy, and you're very, enthusiastic with the whole thing. And then you would discover that, okay, the first few days or weeks after the reconciliation, this guy is acting different, is acting nice, is keeping up to his promises. In fact, he's doing things he doesn't do before. And then what happens? The next, you see that this individual just plummets. Everything goes back to normal as it was before. And one thing you need to do is that if you find yourself in this situation, you need to think or step out of the box and discover that it's a circle. It's a circle. There's a period where he breaks up with you, and then there's a period he is coming back. If this is happening with you, you're dealing with a time waster, because by the time you calculate the amount of years you guys have been on and off, and yet your relationship is not heading anywhere. It's like every time he comes back, you guys are starting again. You will discover that you with a time waster, and it's high time you stood up and you told yourself the truth that it is not working. Another thing about time wasters is that a time waster is a storyteller. He tells you tales, fables, myths, legend about your relationship. He has problems and solution and answers to why your relationship is static, why it is not going the direction you had estimated it to go. He is always ready to convince you that everything is fine because he's a good storyteller. That is one unique trait of a time waster. He invent things just to confuse you, to believe whatever thing he's saying. And not only that, most stories he tells you, they're all lies. They're all lies. They tell you lies that at some point you believe because you don't understand what is happening. There was a lady who met me and was asking me that, is it true the fiance in quotes told her that, because when he was in Nigeria, he hugged a lot of ladies. And because he hugged a lot of ladies, he can't marry her until he goes back to Nigeria to perform a certain ritual. Because by doing so, those ladies, because he has hugged those ladies, they are meant to be his wife. And so what happened? The lady had to give her some money. He went to Nigeria. I don't know what he did. He came back, and I was like, "What? Are you serious?" Another lady told me of another story whereby the Nigerian man told her that because he's the first son, he can't marry until the dad is no more in this world. And because the dad is still alive, he can't get married. Because getting married, why the dad is still alive, it's a negative sign. Like, okay, he's wishing his dad not to be alive anymore. Uh, so the lady told me, and I asked her, I was like, does this make sense to you? Like, logically, does it make sense? She said, no, I'm not the first person to tell her that it doesn't make sense. Yeah. So what did the dude do? The dude told the lady that, oh, there's a solution. They have to go, he has to go to Nigeria to do some ritual, and it will cost around $6,000. And what did the lady do? She counted the money she gave to the dude to go perform the ritual. And the dude came back, and after some time, it looked like they were heading towards the right direction. The next thing, the relationship packed, and she came back to me. I was like, why did you give him the money? Well, blah 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 blah, and all of this. Now the truth of the matter is that that is who a time waster is. They always are telling you things you don't understand, stories that would keep you confused just to buy time with you. And this is very, very common. Another trait about the time waster is waiting for confirmation from God. Now, this is mostly for the ladies who are religious and hold their faith very strong. They always want to pray to make sure that, okay, their relationship is the will of God, before they go into marriage. And I support that. I have no problem with it. But the truth of the matter is that these time waster guys who disguise as actually having a strong relationship with God, they also use this to to use you, to get things from you. And this is the truth. I once asked a lady about her relationship years back, and she told me in a very calm way, we are praying about it. And I said, Amen, amen, amen. Cool. 2 years later, I asked her the same thing. I said, what's up? What's happening? And she was like, he is still praying about it. Now, she is no longer praying about it. Now, he is still praying. That was the reply she gave me. And she was like, he said when he gets a confirmation, he would tell me. And I was like, okay. I was like, so what happens if he doesn't get a confirmation? She was like, well, he hasn't told me that. Now, it took 6 years before this guy got a confirmation. 6 years before he got a confirmation, certainly not from God, that this lady wasn't the partner that God has prepared for him to be with. And his reason was that, oh, the revelation they got was that if they get married, they will cause harm to themselves, they will bring destruction to themselves. That was a prophecy, blah, blah, blah. I kid you not. It took 6 years for this guy to tell this lady this. And there are a lot of guys who use this in the name of religion, to waste ladies' time. Now, the worst thing is that while they are praying, they are still collecting money from the lady. They are still benefiting from everything that has to happen in a relationship from this lady while they're waiting for answer confirmation. So this is one trait a lot of time wasters basically use. So you need to be careful and watch out for this. And the last I want to talk about is the parental approval. Now there are a lot of ladies who are sweating, and hoping for the parents of their Nigerian guy to approve them. But in reality, a lot of Nigerian parents, they are not responsible for the fact that you're still with your Nigerian guy and you guys are not married. A lot of Nigerian parents don't care. They just want their son to get married, be responsible, start a life. They don't care. They're just like, bring a woman home, let's meet her. That is what is happening in a lot of Nigerian homes. But these guys who are time wasters, they use their parents to torment you. They make you feel like the problem is not coming from them, it is rather coming from their parents. You know, they make you see their parent like some sort of boogeyman. And then you are there in anticipation that one day the parents would accept you. And the truth of the matter is that this dude has no plan for you. He just wants to enjoy and benefit everything you bring on the table, either through cash or kind. And that is why he has resorted in using the parents as a boogeyman, to let you know that they are the problem and not him. And one thing you would notice is that they would never make move to bring you so close to the family. At least bring you close to the family so you could see that, okay, the family, they are disgusted by you or stuff. No, you won't see that. He rather would come and tell you what the family they're saying. By doing so, you are with a time waster. The moment he keeps distancing you from his family while he himself is in a good relationship with his family, you're dealing with a time waster and you need to be careful. Now guys, in conclusion, a time waster, these guys are everywhere and they are dating some of you because a lot of you don't understand what certain things mean in different culture, mostly in Nigerian culture. And kudos to those of you who come to write me either on WhatsApp or on email to ask me what certain things mean. Because you don't understand the cultural differences, a lot of you assume that whatever thing he's telling you is true. I mean, why wouldn't you believe what your partner is telling you? Why should your partner lie to you? So I don't blame you for that. But one thing you need to notice about time wasters is that one of the reasons they waste your time is because they already have what they are looking for. If you dig deep into most time wasters, they are either in a very serious relationship, so they don't need anything from you, so they're ready to waste your time, or they are married, or perhaps they even have a family. So because they have everything that you could possibly give them, they would look for every way, to get things from you. And that is why they try to appear romantic, loving, use cool names, cool words, to make you feel special. And then by so doing, you forget reality because you're lost in some fantasy, thinking on something that is not true. Why this guy is wasting your time? At the end of the day, he's smiling to the bank. So the earlier you know some of these features, the better for you. So, guys, I would like to say thank you very much for watching this video, and please like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully, we'll make a Q&A during the midweek. Home Truth Nigeria, peace out.